What's going on, everybody? This is BroncoJuggalo, and I'm coming to you from my home away from home. I am in Colorado doing my antique shop, my comic shop, and it's time for another Wild Eye review. Now, if you'll remember, when I unboxed this, I said I couldn't wait to watch this and how much fun I thought it looked. So you can only imagine my horror when I'm watching the opening credits and Dustin Ferguson's name is listed as director, producer, editor, all that stuff. You know how my relationship with Dustin Ferguson's films. Not great. Now, this movie was made in 2014, but it did not get its release until 2023. As I said, directed by Dustin Ferguson and starring Ari Lehman as the caretaker. Now, before I go any further, I want to dedicate this review to Dave Maggot, my homie, my bro. Hasn't been doing YouTube anymore, but we're still there. We still talk all the time. He's the homie. And I got to dedicate this to him because he is the only killer panda I know. In this movie, a killer dressed as a panda goes around stalking a cheerleader camp. This movie is also known as Cheerleader Camp to the Death and is a sequel to the 1988 Cheerleader Camp film. Now, this has a 3.1 on IMDb out of 10. And there's something I wanted to mention. On IMDb, there is people can write reviews. I've done it occasionally. And there's a review on there of this movie that says, prior to Dustin Ferguson becoming the king of stock footage and boring horror films, which he is, he did this film and it actually wasn't half bad. I guess he did a slew of these quote-unquote sequels, unofficial, try to capitalize a little bit on the money, I got to agree. This film was pretty decent. I had fun with it. I was in shock, honestly, because you know how much I can't stand Dustin Ferguson films. The only real con I had for the movie is that the dialogue sound quality wasn't good. One character would talk and the dialogue would be okay. Then the other character would talk and it would be way low. So it made me wonder if they didn't have enough mics and they had to mic up one person, or the placement of the mic was, and not in a very good spot for both characters. But it is what it is. One of the things I really enjoyed about this movie is that Malvolio is back. Now, I'm pretty sure the Malvolio stuff was added later. It's not actually part of the movie. They cut Malvolio into, in between the movie. Kind of like they would do on, say, Elvira and a Saturday Night Movie Fest or whatever, I do enjoy the Malvolio segments. I think they're written well. I think that her dialogue is good. She has a good delivery. She has the physique for it. And I enjoy her. The practical effects in this movie are ooey gooey good. This movie has some really good practical effects, which lend themselves to some really great kills. The kills in this movie were fun and creative, and I'm going to give one away just because I decided to do my favorite kill. That's something I haven't done in quite a while. I used to do that with Bill every time we did a slasher movie. We did our favorite kill. And I haven't done that in a while, but I wanted to do in this one, and it is the plunger kill. One of our victims is inside of a tub taking a bubble bath, and our panda puts the plunger right on their face and plunges them to death. And I thought that was pretty fun. It was funny. Speaking of which, this movie is funny. There is some really funny dialogue, like the stupid whore, rich horror girl character. She dies by getting, well, I'm not going to tell you, but when she dies, it's not really a spoiler to tell you she dies. They always die in these movies. When she does die, she has a funny bit of dialogue right before she dies, and I just thought it was funny. There's quite a few things that are funny in this. The panda running around, killing people. Actually watching this person run on screen in a panda suit. I did like the panda suit. The panda suit was really cool. I thought it was a really fun, creative way to have a killer. I also really like that this movie has a lot of glam 80s music, which makes it feel like an 80s horror film, kind of like, you know, Friday the 13th Part 6 or A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3. It's got songs kind of like that, and that was cool. Overall, I don't know what happened to Dustin Ferguson in his career to make him make the movies he makes now. I wish he would have kept making these movies. These were fun. This was a fun film. Guys, this is BroncoJuggalo saying check out Wild Eye Releasing. Check out Summerhouse Slaughter. Did I say the name of this movie at the beginning? I don't think I did. Oh well. Check out Summerhouse Slaughter. And check out all the movies from Wild Eye. They've got some really killer stuff. And they're just an awesome, awesome company. This is BroncoJuggalo saying peace.